It's November the 10th, 2019, and I'm going to give you a quick update on the blueberry trials we're doing this year in the Cradle Demonstration Cooling House in Culiacan, Mexico. So these trials were influenced by what we learned last year, and so this year we are doing a plant density of 9,300 plants per hectare with a spacing of 30 centimeters between pots and 4.5 rows per 9.6 meter house. And we've done 3 different pruning trials, and I'm going to show you side-by-side comparisons of the plants in a minute. But these plants we're looking at were pruned in April, and we can see we've got flower development and lots of strong shoots coming up from the base here. And there is all of the vegetative growth is down below here. Now as we move along over here, these plants were were pruned in June, and we can see that they are delayed. There is some flower development coming, but definitely the two-month delay in pruning has had an impact on the flowering date. But again, we can see all the vegetative growth is at the bottom and strong stems coming up. And these plants here were transplanted in May. Pruned in May. And we can see that flowering is in between what was happening on the April and the June pruning. The plant structure is similar. Lots of leaves at the bottom and all fruiting stems extending upwards. So I'm going to show you now how these plants actually look side by side. So this plant was transplanted in April 15th, and you can see that all the heavy vegetative growth is on one side of the plant, and we've got lots of stems coming upwards, and there's good flower development at the tip here. And we're seeing a secondary flush already starting. Now this plant was pruned on May the 1st, and we have less flowers, but we do see the development coming. And again, we've got the same characteristic of the vegetative growth is extending on one side, and a lot of strong uprights. And this plant was pruned on June the 1st, and again you've got the vegetative growth on one side, and again a lot of strong uprights, all with good potential fruit development. So it is delayed. We don't see any real flowers here yet, but we see the plant balance we're looking for. Now if we just stand back here and we just look at the comparison between them, you can see that all of the plants are displaying a very good balance between generative and vegetative production. So we're not fighting the balance here. So we're getting good shoot development, good flower development without excessive leaf development. So we'll be following this trial through the season. And again, this is at a high density of 9,350 plants per hectare. Now when you look at this type of development that you see in comparison to a tunnel, it's definitely possible to get a 50% increase in yield per plant when you've got this good balance here. So if we combine the higher density going from say 6,700 up to 9,300, that's approximately a 50% increase in plants per hectare. And if we get around 50% more per plant, that's giving us a potential 100% increase in yield per hectare. And that's what helps pay for the incremental investment for a retractable cooling roof instead of a tunnel. So this will allow you to maintain the strong plant health through the season, regardless of the erratic weather changes. And because of the cooling roof, it gives us the ability to help maintain fruit quality through the end of the season when the temperatures are normally getting too hot, which is causing fruit quality in a tunnel to decrease. So when you put all this together, the 100% increase in yield potential will give you around a 3-year return on investment and give you the ability to automate tens of hectares of roofs automatically using an environmental computer and a weather station.